Hello, my name's Jenny Smith. I'm a networking strategist and founder of Networking Know Who, and I am so excited to be here to talk to you about networking for innovation. So I love networking, like probably a little bit too much, and the opportunities that come out of networking and conversations and bringing people together are just immeasurable. And part of what we're going to talk about today is one of the massive benefits, and that's creating the opportunity to have innovative ideas and exciting conversations. And by the end of it, you're going to want to go out and talk to everyone. So starting off, why networking? So networking's all about building relationships. A lot of people think that networking's just for business people and they go in their suits and they drink whiskey and chat to each other, whereas actually networking's something that we all do since we're tiny little babas, really. We go out and build relationships and we get to know people. And when we get to know people, opportunities arise. Yes, we might do business, but it's also about potentially getting, a heads up that there's going to be a new job opening at a company that you want to go to, or an opportunity to pitch for some funding or access some support. There's just so many opportunities that come out of the relationships that we build, and that's what networking is all about. It also gives us such a huge access to knowledge, and that's going to be one of the focal points that we're going to be looking at today, because when we have access to knowledge and we have conversations, we spark ideas and new creative thinking happens, and that's when we problem solve, and that's when exciting innovations are created. So networking for innovation. I'm going to tell you a little story. So in his book Originals, Adam Grant talks about Galileo, and we all know the song Galileo. Well, actually, Galileo was an Italian. He was an astronomer and an engineer, and he actually discovered that the moon had mountains. So before Galileo, everyone believed that the moon and all the other planets and stars were perfectly round spheres, and Galileo looked into his telescope and said, "Oh, well, dearie gosh, dearie me. The moon has craters and mountains just like on Earth." And to be fair, they believed him. They didn't believe him about a lot of other stuff, but that's a different story. So how did Galileo discover that the moon had mountains? Did he have any fancy new technology and access to new stuff? No, he did not. Did he have access to any more information than any of the other scientists or astronomers of his time? No, he did not. And was he a time traveller? Did he come to the future, find out that the moon had mountains, go back and then tell everyone? No, my friend, he did not. Galileo had access to exactly the same technology, the same information, and had no special abilities to travel through time. However, he looked at the moon just like other astronomers of his time, but he was able to tell from looking at the moon that there was mountains there. And he did that because he had diverse knowledge. He had experience in lots of other areas and fields that allowed him to look at the shadows on the moon and realize that they were mountains. And other astronomers who had looked at exactly the same thing through exactly the same technology couldn't do that. And this is just a little glimpse of how valuable this breadth of knowledge and having diverse knowledge is when it comes to creating original and new ideas and creating those sparks of innovation, which is what we're all looking for and which is why you're watching this right now. So network diversity can play a massive part in that. So I'm going to say, for example, you work in tech. Congratulations, I hope you're very rich and inventing lots of wonderful things that make my life easier. So you're a techie, this is you. Hello, nice to meet you. And what you probably do is you network and chat with a lot of other people that are in tech. And that's completely normal. When you are in a certain field, in a certain area, you've got certain interests. It's completely natural to speak to other people who are in that same area. You've got something in common, it's easy to chat to them. You speak the same language almost. Then you've got people who are in academia. Super intelligent, changing the world, solving and finding all these amazing new things. But they're only networking with people who are in academia as well. Then you've got industry. You've got people who are out there in business doing all kinds of things. And again, they're all networking with each other. So here we have 3 different groups of amazingly talented, super exciting, interesting people, but none of them speak to each other. They speak to the people that are in their same world, in their same bubble, but they don't cross communicate and network with each other. And what happens is that they get really great at what they do. They become great in the field of academia and fantastic at technology and amazing at industry, but they're missing out on so much. But by opening these bubbles up, we can allow people to mingle and network and share all this knowledge that they have, because each is going to help each other. The people in academia can help the techies, and the techies can help the people in industry, and the people in industry can help those in academia, and it just all mixes up this amazing pool of knowledge. And that's what network diversity is. And this can be applied to within any business, any school. So networking in your company internally with people who are in different departments, getting to know how they do their job and what their work's all about, understanding the issues that they have, as well as all these potential solutions that could be transferable into other areas of the business. Creating this diverse network for you as an individual is going to make you all around a more interesting, well-rounded, educated, knowledgeable person, but it's also going to give you access to so much knowledge that can help generate these creative, exciting new ideas and new innovations that could change industries, can change businesses, and can open up new opportunities for you as an individual, as well as for the businesses and companies you work for. So how do we go about finding networking opportunities for creating a diverse network? Well, it all comes down to a hot topic. It's all about the hot topics. So the topic of the networking event, or any kind of internal event that's happening within the business, the topic attracts the delegates. So if it's a networking event on the topic of HR, it's going to probably attract HR people. If it's on the topic of tech, it's going to attract techies. If it's on the topic of flower arranging, it might attract maybe some older people, but anyone that's got an interest in flower arranging. So looking at the topic of the event is a great indicator of the kind of people it's going to attract. So go to networking events and find opportunities to engage with people that aren't in your immediate bubble. So look outside of your knowledge and think, right, what do I know nothing about, but would potentially be of interest to me? It could be artificial intelligence, it could be IoT, it could be flower arranging, it could be anything. So look for things that you don't necessarily know much or anything about, and they're events that are going to attract people that you can learn from and start building up this diverse network. So once you've got to a networking event, how do you actually have conversations and start chatting to people, especially people that you don't necessarily have anything in common with? Well, here's some quick hints and tips on how to create those easy conversations. So start with a simple, hello, we haven't met yet. Simple as that. This is a really good way of just at a networking event, in work, hi, over the coffee, over the water cooler, whatever it is, hi, we haven't met yet. Followed by, what is it you do? So what do you do? What do you do? Say it however you want, whatever tone of voice you want, as long as it's friendly and it's not creepy like, what do you do? That's a bit creepy. So, hi, we haven't met yet. What do you do? What kind of businesses or people do you work with? How did you get into your role? That's a really good one, especially if you're looking to develop your career personally. It's a great way to learn from other people who are maybe a bit ahead of you or have had more experience. And finally, do you have any advice? So do you have any advice, or what have you learned in the past couple of years, or what's happened in your division within the business? So asking for people's advice is a great way to really get them talking. But the big point about all these is that they're all questions. So asking people questions in a networking situation or at work or over lunch, whatever it might be, asking people questions and then genuinely listening to what they have to say, because remember, you're trying to access their knowledge and learn from their experiences to help you grow as a person, to help you be better at your business, but to help you as well to spark those creative, innovative ideas. And back to the knowledge, and that's what this is all about, going back to that knowledge transfer so you can add value to people in your network by sharing your knowledge. You have got so much knowledge and experience, share it with people. You can do that through blogging or vlogging or just having conversations, telling people what you're up to within your job role, within your company, within your hobbies. It could be anything, but sharing your knowledge is a great way of adding value to the people in your network. So finally, networking for innovation, as an overall quick summary, Make sure that you're having conversations to create ideas, chat to people, talk to them, ask them questions. They're going to spark new innovative ideas for you and for them and for anyone that happens to be eavesdropping at the time. Having a diverse network is so important for innovation. So make sure that you're chatting to people, yes, that are in your field of interest, but are outside that as well so that you can access their knowledge and information and ask really good questions. So when you are networking, whether it's remotely or in person or on a social media platform, ask people questions so you can try and extract that information from them, which sounds a bit scary, but no, just ask questions so that they can share their experiences and you can then learn from them. And finally, just be nice. Just being a nice person is going to get you such a long way, and it's going to open the doors to so many opportunities. So relax and enjoy networking and think of it as just this massive, exciting adventure where you can learn from all these people that you've got access to through digital, through social media, through remote networking events, as well as when we can in-person networking events and opportunities there as well. So enjoy it, and don't forget to come and say hello to me. I would always be happy to network, and I hope you enjoyed the session. Bye.